Hello everyone, hope you all are doing fine. And today we are back with another HackerRank solution approach video. Firstly, I would like to thank you guys for supporting me. And today we'll be solving the sparse arrays problem. And I would like to recommend you by learning parallelly and only see the solution when you don't get right. And let us see the problem statement. There is a collection of input strings and a collection of query strings. For each query string, determine how many times it occurs in the list of input strings and return an array of the results. Okay, this is pretty clear. And here will be given a collection of input strings. Here is it, and we will be given a collection of query strings too. Okay, these are the query strings. And for each query string, determine how many times it occurs in the list of input strings. Okay, and for each and every element in the query strings, for each and every string, we have to check how many times it has been occurring in the strings. Okay, input string. And here he has given the example. There are two instances of AB. Okay, we can see AB, it is repeated two times, and one of ABC. ABC is repeated one time, and 0 of BC. BC is not even repeated a single time, hence it's 0. Okay, now here what we are doing is we are comparing the strings in the queries to the strings in the input string. Okay, for each query add an element to return array results. Okay, point to remember, we have to return an array results, and it should have the number of times the element is being repeated from the queries. Okay, we can see here AB has been repeating for two times, hence we give for the first element two times, for the second element one time, and for the third element 0 times. Okay, point to remember is we have to return according to the queries. Okay, and function description, complete the function matching strings in the editor below. The function must return an array of integers representing the frequency of occurrence of each query in strings. Okay, we will be given two strings, that is string arrays or string list, we can say string and queries. We have to use query strings to search for the elements in the strings, and we have to return an integer array list of few elements. And the input format, the first line contains an integer in the size of strings. Okay, this will be taken care by the predefined code given there. We have to just complete the function. Okay, let us see the example here. See, let me draw. Okay, here the sample input, the elements given are ABA, BABA, ABA, XZ, XB. Okay, and in the queries ABA, XZ, XB, and AB. Here what we need to do is, it's pretty simple. First we'll be checking ABA with all of these elements. Okay, and we'll be seeing how many times it's being repeated. As we can see here, being repeated two times. Let us write ABA is equals to 2, and XZ, XB will check with this element, this element, this element, and this element. As we can see, it has been matching for only one time, hence we'll return 1. And for AB, we can see not even for a single time we have seen AB, so we'll be giving 0. As you can see, this matches with our output what we have got here. Okay, And similarly for example 2, we are doing the same thing. We are checking DE with all of these three, and we can see DE has been repeated only one time, and LMN we can see 0 times, and FGH okay for one time. Let us see the answer. Here we can see 101 and our output is also same. Okay, now let us see the code. Okay, as you can see, I have already written the code for time being, and we can see what happens here. We have to return an integer list. Okay, and this function name or method name is matching strings, and we are given these strings of input strings and queries, as you can see here. Okay, what happens inside? Firstly, we'll create an integer list for storing the elements or the answer, the count, let's say, and we'll be iterating through each and every element of the array list linearly, and we'll be counting the number of elements each and every time. As we have seen, let me show you here. Whatever solution we are getting, the solution matches with the number of elements in the queries. Here 5 elements, so we got 5 solutions. Hence we are iterating through the queries array first and then the strings array. Okay, similarly happens here. For int I is equals to 0, I is less than queries dot size I plus plus. Okay, you can see we'll be giving the ith element of the queries list as real, and we'll compare it with the jth element as we are iterating through the for loop for finding the jth element. So we'll be checking it with the jth element. We'll use dot equals function because our equals to for which we compare integers does not work here. Okay, dot equals function, and if both the strings match, we increment the count, and for every ith element we'll be adding the count value to an array as the problem statement is. And for I is equals to 1 till the size of I, let us say it is 2, till 0 and 1 it works. And here similarly, let us say the size is 2, 0 and 1, it will match the two elements and it will return the count, add the count and then return the count after the whole iteration completes. Okay, let me show you by running this code. I'll run the code. As you can see, we have passed all the 3 sample cases. I have not edited anything. Let me show you. Okay, you can see everything is same, and our output we have got. Okay, hope you like the video, and thank you. And I would also ask you to like, share and subscribe, and also share this video with your friends. Thank you. Have a nice day.